Hey guys, and welcome to Aussie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the brand new Pred 3X from Lightforce Australia. Now this has recently changed its name from what I've seen. If you follow me on Facebook, I actually put a post about this light round about Christmas time, and it was actually called the Radar. So Lightforce obviously have changed the name to the Pred 3X because I guess it's a smaller compact version of their other Pred series, like the Pred 6 and the Pred 9X. So anyhow, let's have a look at the features and see what this light is all about. First of all, its power. It's run by a 220 lumen LED bulb, so you've got 50,000 hours of life in that. So excellent bulbs. I mean, any of the LED bulbs that I've used, the Cree bulbs that is, especially in a lot of the Lightforce products, have never let me down, so I'm fairly happy with them. Now it's crafted from 6061 grade aluminium, so just tapping it, honestly, it just feels like a rock. It really does. You don't have any worries about it having to weigh like a rock though, because it's only 180 grams or 6 ounces. Now it's got a Picatinny or a Weaver quick release system at the bottom, so obviously that's great if you're running a system with a Picatinny rail. If you're not, then obviously you've got here, like the Pred 9X, you've got the scope mount system with just the rail on top. Good thing about this is they've got the inserts in there which is ready for a 1-inch scope. If you've got the 30mm scope, well, just take the inserts out and the rings will be set for 30mm. So they've thought of everything. Now the USB charging on this is just via a port at the back here. That's how you actually charge the light. Just the cable there, just plugs straight into a USB port, so it can be on your computer or any other sort of thing like a laptop, or even the USB that I've got on my cigarette lighter in the car. I can just plug this straight in and recharge it. So it takes 3.5 hours to recharge the batteries in this. The batteries are 3.7 volt LIR 16340 batteries, for those of you who are very technically minded. That's the batteries that come with it. So you don't have to buy extra batteries. They're all rechargeable, which obviously is going to save you a lot of money down the track. Now you'll get 90 minutes of max light runtime with this. That's what they report. And the distance that it'll throw the light comfortably is 80 meters or 87 yards. So I thought, well, I'm really going to test that out, because what I'll do tonight when I'm going out to do some pest control is I'll mount this on my SR556 and we'll just see how it is. I'll take a few shots and get it sort of sighted in at about 80 meters and just see if I can clearly hit the target at that distance. If I can, well, all good and well, I can definitely go out and use it for the pest control. So what I'll do is I'll just show you here a couple of little extras. We'll just run over them before I clear this area out. It comes with a little hex key there, and you just put it in, just turn anti-clockwise to take off the cover. So I'll just do that now so you can have a quick look at the batteries. So you don't have to take it all the way off, it just turns sideways as you can see there, and then it's clearly cut out so the batteries can come straight out. Okay, so that's them there. So yeah, really nice, neat, compact unit. And then we'll just tighten it up again. Okay, now the area is clear. What I'll show you is just how to activate it. It's just at the back with the button. That puts it on and then just off. There's no low or high setting. It just runs at its maximum power just with the activation of the button at the rear. But what I want to show you, this is a good thing about a lot of Lightforce products. Now, I get this sort of question a lot from guys, especially when I do, Lightforce reviews, and in particular when I've done other light or torch reviews. Now a lot of guys will say, oh, I've got this torch and it's just so much brighter than that Lightforce product, and half the price, and that's why I get it. Well, look, each to their own. By no means am I saying, look, go and get this product, it's the best in the world, anything else is crap. I'm not saying that. But you need to understand the technology and the background research that goes into Lightforce products. Now, any of you who actually own like the Pred 9X or even the Pred 6X will know how direct that beam is. Now, you can have a torch that's 4 times as bright, but can it penetrate the darkness and send that beam out to the desired distance? That's the big key with this. So when you have a look at this, Now, see how narrow the beam is in the middle? And I mean, just to look at that, even at this distance is very, very bright. So I'm not sure how it'll come out on the camera, but it's extremely bright. Now that's the difference with the Lightforce stuff. It's all good and well to have things that are punching out some, you know, pretty impressive brightness, but you've got to have the beam and the technology in the product to send that direct, high intensity beam out to penetrate the darkness. So I hope that sort of clears a few things up with you guys. I've noticed a big difference, you know, when I'm doing like torch reviews and things like that, as opposed to like the Pred 9X, for example. I mean, it's just amazing. You can see the difference straight away. So please, if you're looking at these sort of products, make sure you do your homework with it and actually have a look at how much intensity that bulb will put out in a narrow and direct beam. Okay, so it's very important to know. All right, so this is the product here, guys. How much? That's the bottom line. $149. That's the recommended retail on this little light. So I think it's reasonably priced for the specs, but the real test will be getting out and using it. So let me get out on the farm now. I'll sight in the AR and we'll get out, do a little bit of pest control. I'll just show you in general just how this light is at lighting up at different distances. I've mounted the Pred 3X just on the side. Now I'll bring it a bit closer to the camera because it's dark as hell around here at the moment. You can see where I've mounted it onto the left Picatinny rail. Okay, now the good thing about it is there's the button there, so you activate it just with your thumb. But when I take a grip of the firearm, I'm not actually going to bump that accidentally because it's higher than what my thumb is, as you can see there. So I'll just step back a bit here. Okay, and it's great because if I want to scan the area or something like that, all I need to do, thumb straight on, straight up, and boom, here we are scanning around, ready to go. So it's very, very compact, and I'm actually looking forward to getting out and using it tonight and just seeing how good it is in the field. But what I'll do is I've got to take a couple of side-in shots with the 5.56 before I go out and actually do the pest control tonight. So what I'll do is I've just got here a bench and I've got my target out at 80 meters. So I've put it at 80 meters for a specific reason, because this light is recommended maximum 87 yards or 80 meters that it'll penetrate. Okay, so that's why I've got it that distance. I'll just make sure that this is sighted in and I can hit the small gong at that distance, and then we'll get out and do some pest control. Okay, so just looking at the ground here, guys, I've got the light activated. You know, it's only about 5-10 meters in front of me, and you can see it highlights the ground quite considerably. So if we go back to the tree line here on the farm, I mean, it's good for this distance. You know, if you want something longer, well, of course you go up to the Pred 9X or something like that. But for this distance here, as you can see, it just highlights up the whole area perfectly. And for a weapon light that weighs, you know, only 180 grams or 6 ounces, as I say, I mean, I think that's absolutely perfect for this purpose. Alright guys, I'll wrap up the review on the little Pred 3X here. I mean, it's a great weapon light and it does have its limitations, as I've shown you in this review. However, if you're in like LE or military, I mean, it'd be perfect for doing room clearances, an excellent light for that application. Or if you're hunting on a property there and you want something that's thick bushland and you just want a light that you can pan around out to 80 meters, this is absolutely perfect. And obviously it's a lightweight light, so you really don't notice that it's on the rifle. But just very happy with it overall. And like all Lightforce products, guys, I'm not going to give you any BS. It simply works. So if you do want a reliable light, they're hard to go past. All right, guys, we'll finish up the review there. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.